Welcome everyone, ready to dive in. Today we're off to the Himalayas
Ooh, sounds exciting.
to explore the River Beas,
The bees.
the heart of Himachal Pradesh in India.
Ah, got it. Okay.
And we've got a ton of sources to dig into.
Like what kind of sources?
We've got economic reports, cultural studies,
Interesting.
even some first-hand accounts.
Wow, from people who actually live there.
Yeah, right along the river.
Amazing.
So are you ready to discover why the Beas is so much more than just, a river?
I'm all ears. Let's jump in. This has got to be more than just a pretty picture, right?
Exactly. And that's where the economy comes in.
Okay, the economy. Interesting.
Our sources show that the Beas is like a powerhouse for Himachal Pradesh.
A powerhouse. How so?
Well, think about it. The Beas is like the backbone of agriculture there.
Ah, I see. Providing water for all those crops.
Yes, all those fertile valleys producing wheat, rice.
What else?
Oh, and those famous apples and plums.
Those Himachal apples are incredible.
Right. And speaking of power, the Beas doesn't just feed people, it powers things too.
What do you mean?
Well, there's the Beas Sutlej Link project.
Okay, I've heard of that.
It takes water from the Beas and sends it to the Sutlej River.
And that helps those hydroelectric plants downstream.
Exactly. And then you have the Pando Dam.
A classic dam, right?
Yeah, it's a major player in turning that river flow into electricity.
So it's lighting up Himachal Pradesh.
Oh, and beyond. It feeds into the larger energy grid across India.
Wow, so the Beas is powering homes far beyond its own banks.
Pretty impressive, right? But let's not forget about the people who live and work right there along the river.
Right, the people who depend on it every day.
Exactly. How does the Beas impact their lives, their livelihoods?
Well, for one, the fishing industry is huge there. Trout farming, especially up in the Beas Valley, it thrives there.
Really? I
Oh.
had no idea trout farming was so big there.
It is, and they're not just selling locally either.
No.
Nope, the Beas trout is in high demand, even internationally.
Wow, global revenue from the Beas.
Definitely, it's a valuable resource.
And I bet the tourism industry benefits too.
Oh, absolutely. The river is a huge draw for tourists.
I can imagine. It's beautiful.
From all over the world, they come to experience it firsthand, the beauty of the Beas. Rafting, angling, camping, it's all happening there.
So that supports a lot of local businesses.
The whole network of them. Livelihoods depend on the Beas.
It's amazing how all this economic activity is tied back to the river.
Yeah, it's really at the center of it all.
But earlier, you mentioned that the Beas is also a place where spirituality and environment intersect.
Right, it's not just about the economics.
So what makes it so special in that regard?
Well, first of all, the Beas isn't just a river, it's woven into the spiritual fabric of Himachal Pradesh.
That's interesting.
It's actually named after the sage Vyasa.
Vyasa.
Yeah, a revered figure in Hindu mythology, said to have meditated along its banks.
So it's almost like a living deity to the people who live there.
In a way, yes. Many believe the river's waters have purifying powers,
Wow.
and it plays a big part in religious festivals like Kulu Dusera.
It's not just a pretty background.
No, it's central to their cultural and spiritual practices.
Fascinating. It seems like the Beas has inspired so many stories, so many traditions.
Definitely for generations.
What about the folklore surrounding the river? Can you tell us more about that?
Oh, there's tons of captivating folklore and legends.
Like what? Give us an example.
Okay, so these stories have been passed down for generations,
Right, like oral history.
Exactly, they provide a glimpse into the region's history.
And the connection people have to the river.
A deep connection. They speak of its power, its beauty, even warnings about its dangers during those monsoon floods.
So it's more than just water and power.
Right, it's a source of stories.
Stories that keep their cultural heritage alive.
You got it.
I'm curious, are there any specific myths or legends that really stand out, ones that highlight that deep connection?
Oh, absolutely. One that comes to mind is...
Wow, these stories really show just how much the river is part of the lives and beliefs of the people there.
Yeah, it's incredible.
But amidst all this beauty and cultural richness, there's another side to the Beas we can't ignore.
Right, there's always more to the story.
It's a biodiversity hotspot.
A what?
A biodiversity hotspot. You wouldn't think a river so important to people would also be a haven for wildlife.
You're right, it's kind of surprising.
But the Beas defies expectations.
In what way?
It supports so much life, it's amazing.
Like what? What kind of life?
Well, one thing that stood out in the research was the Indus River dolphin.
Wait, really? In the Beas?
Yeah, and they're endangered.
Wow, I didn't know that.
It's incredible to think these rare creatures call the Beas home.
They must be adapted to fresh water.
They are highly adapted.
But they still face threats, I imagine.
Oh, absolutely. Habitat loss, accidental fishing.
It's a tough world for them.
It is. Their presence in the Beas really highlights how ecologically important this river is.
And why we need to protect it.
Exactly. So the Beas isn't just about meeting human needs.
Right, it's a whole ecosystem.
What other species rely on the river?
Oh, tons. Lots of fish species, many important for food and livelihoods.
Okay, makes sense.
And birds. The riverbanks and forests are home to all sorts of birds, migratory and resident.
Any rare ones?
Some, yeah. And then there are the plants.
Plant.
Yeah, endemic plants. They only grow in the Beas Basin. They add to the unique biodiversity of the region.
It's like a hidden world teeming with life just below the surface.
Exactly. And all this biodiversity isn't just about pretty birds and fascinating creatures.
It's crucial for the health of the whole region.
Yeah, the Beas helps regulate the water table, ensuring there's enough water for everyone.
For agriculture, communities.
Yeah, and it plays a part in climate regulation too.
Which is super important with all this global warming.
It is more important than ever.
So we see the Beas as a source of economic power, spiritual significance, ecological diversity.
It's multifaceted, that's for sure.
But no deep dive is complete without looking at the challenges.
Right. Every story has two sides.
What kind of challenges does the Beas face?
Well, pollution is a big one.
Pollution, yeah. Our sources mention industrial and domestic waste.
Ending up in the river, it's a problem.
Especially in those urban areas and tourist hotspots.
It's hard to manage sometimes.
So what's being done about it?
Well, there's the National Mission for Clean Ganga.
Okay, I've heard of that. The Ganges cleanup effort.
It's huge, run by the Indian government.
And it includes the Beas.
Yeah, the Beas is a tributary of the Ganges, so it's part of the mission.
So it's not just about cleaning up.
Nope, it's about regulations, stricter rules for industries.
To control that waste disposal.
Exactly, and promoting sustainable agriculture.
So it's a multifaceted approach.
It has to be, for a river as important as the Beas.
What other solutions are being explored?
Well, community involvement is key.
Yeah, our sources talked about that. Local communities working to protect the river.
They're passionate about it. They know the Beas best.
It's their lives, their livelihoods.
Exactly. So you see these grassroots initiatives popping up.
Like what?
River cleanups, planting trees, educational workshops.
Educating the next generation.
Yeah, raising awareness, changing behaviors. It's inspiring to see.
It really is. It gives you hope.
It does. But pollution from industry and agriculture, it's still a big problem.
The tough nut to crack.
It is, but one thing our research highlighted was the potential of ecotourism.
Ecotourism, you mentioned it before.
Yeah, but how can tourism help?
Right. Isn't it part of the problem? More people, more pollution.
It can be, but ecotourism tries to minimize those negative impacts.
While still allowing people to experience the Beas.
Right, think guided walks, bird watching, responsible rafting.
So it's about being mindful, sustainable,
and respectful of local traditions, engaging with the environment and culture on a deeper level.
not just thrills, but connection.
Exactly. And the revenue from ecotourism can fund conservation efforts.
So it's a win-win.
A positive feedback loop, shifting from short-term gains to long-term sustainability.
But you mentioned the Beas has potential for even bigger things in sustainable development.
Oh, yeah. We talked about hydropower.
The big dams.
But there's a growing interest in smaller, more eco-friendly projects.
Like what?
Micro-hydro systems.
Our sources mention those. They can power villages with less impact on the river.
Exactly. And there's solar and wind energy potential, too.
Reducing reliance on those big dams.
The Beas region could be a model for sustainable energy.
Meeting needs while protecting the river.
It's a great goal, but it's not always easy. There are tough choices.
Like with those dams, they provide power, but have consequences.
Exactly. How do you balance the need for energy with protecting the ecosystem?
And the communities who depend on the river.
It's a balancing act, a complex equation.
No easy answers.
It's an ongoing process, finding that sweet spot where human needs and the environment are both met.
Sounds like a delicate dance.
It is, but one thing that stood out from our research is that
Finding that balance is key, isn't it? For the long-term health of the bees.
absolutely, it's a delicate dance.
You know, through all this, one thing that keeps coming up for me is
What's that?
the cultural significance of the river. It's not just about economics or ecology.
Right, it's deeper than that.
It's woven into the culture of Himachal Pradesh.
It's part of their identity.
We talked about the festivals, the rituals.
Yeah, the outward expressions
But there's also all that folklore, the mythology.
passed down through generations.
It speaks to the river's power, in the hearts and minds of the people.
Definitely, it goes beyond the physical.
And what's interesting is how these stories, they reveal a reverence for the river.
A respect, almost a fear.
They talk about its unpredictable nature, how it can be both life-giving and destructive.
Reminding people to live in harmony with it.
Not to try and control it.
Exactly, to coexist.
Earlier you mentioned a myth or legend.
Oh yeah, the one about the king.
Remind me.
He wanted to dam the bees for his own gain.
Greedy king.
But his people warned him. They knew the river's wrath.
But he didn't listen.
Nope, full of arrogance, and it led to disaster.
A reminder that we can't control nature.
Only try to live with it.
It echoes the challenges we face today, doesn't it?
In a way, yeah, finding that balance.
These stories, they're more than just stories.
Right, they hold wisdom.
Ecological knowledge passed down through centuries.
Insights into living sustainably alongside the river.
So it's not just about modern policies.
No, it's about listening to the people who've lived with the river for so long.
The indigenous communities.
There's so much to teach us.
Their practices, beliefs, stories. A roadmap to a better future.
A more sustainable future, in tune with the river.
As we wrap up our deep dive into the bees, what's the key takeaway? What do you want our listener to remember?
That the bees is a reflection of what's happening to rivers all over the world.
A microcosm, you mean?
Yeah, it shows us that we can't just see rivers as resources to be exploited.
They're more than that.
They're complex, they're life-giving, they're sources of culture.
They deserve our respect.
Our protection.
Beautifully said. And it's a story that goes beyond the Himalayas.
It applies everywhere.
The bees shows us that the fate of a river,
It's connected to everything.
the people, the economy, the environment, it's all linked.
It's a call to action, to be mindful of our relationship with these vital waterways.
Because in the end, whether it's the bees, the Amazon, the Nile,
It doesn't matter, the message is the same.
the future of our rivers depends on us, on the choices we make today.